3, 2, 1. Hey guys, FortuneHeros from TeamMisplayed here, bringing you another deck profile because we don't have enough of those, like I always say. Sorry about the pink playmat. Unfortunately, I don't. Like I said, I'm one of those Yu-Gi-Oh players where I'm able to afford the cards somehow, but I cannot afford the accessories with it. So bear that in mind. So the deck we're going to talk about today, and one of the more interesting concepts we can talk about today, Geargia. Oh yeah. Ever since the new the world's ban list has been revealed, it has shown us one of two things. One, Sylvan's is going to be a very popular deck, maybe, and two, Geargia is still a deck and can take worlds, hands down. So, without further ado, let's talk about the deck a little. So the first card we're going to talk about is a triple of this guy, Armor. So, Armor is the best searcher, probably, as far as this deck goes. You flip it, you get any Geargia, and it just creates combos, and that's why Armor is probably the best. Second best, though, would be this guy, which is a triple accelerator. Excuse that I don't have the super accelerators, but you know, like I said, I'm the poor Yu-Gi-Oh player. Basically, you search this, and then your combos go off. It's pretty standard, honestly. Next, we have this guy, Triple Arsenal, which, if you guys haven't seen the new Astro Pack, this card is out in the new Astro Pack as a super. And this card is a summoner that can tag and then tribute itself to get any Geargia from the deck. So basically, set your armor. So it's a good card. And finally, to round off the last of the Geargia cards, we got triple Mark II and one Geargia Gano. This is for your Geargia gear plays. But at the same time, like, it's to draw one of these, it's okay. Especially late game, you want to be able to summon it, and then you can get any Geargia back, and then it just combos your plays. This one, you don't want to draw, so that's why you run it at 1. Plus, at the same time, you also risking the fact that Geargia gears at 1, so you only get it one time, unless you use the tech card that I'm about to show in the traps. So then, mine is a card curry build. So we have 3 tuners, 1 Birdman, 1 Strategist, and 1 Watchdog. I would have 2, but I can't find my second one. But anyways, this one allows you to bounce back those accelerators, or even the Mark 2s to make the level 7 plays. This one's special summoned off of Beret, and this one's special summoned off of the second Beret. So, all in all, I mean, it's pretty good. That's it for the monsters. It's basically solely built to make synchro or exceed plays whenever it needs to. But bear in mind that the magic cards don't really support that well. If I had an extra soul charge, I would, but I'm not going to start pulling apart decks because my main deck is my main deck. So for magic cards, we're on triple Upstart Goblin because you want to get to your plays faster. So, I mean, it's the easiest way to do that. And then we have 2 Pot of Duality. I was considering 3 for this build, but I figured there's more special summoning done in this build, so 2's alright. You really don't want to be, you want to use these when you are like first turn, so you can get a first turn push going. 2 MST. Like I said, if I had a soul charge, probably 1 MST and 1 soul charge, but the 2 MSTs there to stop your opponent from wrecking you, so to speak. Though you really don't want to be blind MSTing with hats a deck. And finally, the last magic card, Book of Moon, because it's actually pretty good, especially if your opponent tries to stop your armor, play Book of Moon. You can flip it face down. It's pretty good. Effect Veiler can't hit it, Phoenix Chain can't hit it, and its effect goes off. So that's it for the magics. Like I said, not too much to look at, but you know, this is a build that I put together in like 5 seconds. So next we're going to talk about the traps. The first one, Call the Haunted. I love this card. It allows you to bring back this guy, or even have this guy play, or even this guy. It brings back so many possibilities with Call the Haunted. So that's why you run 2 call. Next we have 2 Deep Prison. I would run 3, but I just don't see the need to run 3 in this deck. 2 is good enough. So, 2 Fiendish Chain. You want to keep your opponent at your speed, so Fiendish Chain helps. Of course, like there are other ways you can do it, but Fiendish Chain is probably one of the better ones. The one Geargia Gear. Like I said, there's a way to get this card back if you know how to, or even want to, for that matter. But I still think this deck is very viable with just one Geargia Gear, and the fact that that new support's coming out for the deck. So I mean, it's not like it's going to be a bad thing. Finally, for the 1-ups, we got Torrential Tribute, Bottomless, Mirror Force, Compulse, Solemn Warning, and Breakthrough Skill. This one's to stop, it helps you stop Felgrand, honestly. This one's for, these are general good staples that you should probably be running in any trap-heavy deck, so, I mean, it's pretty standard. The final card I'm going to talk about, and this one's an interesting one, is the Transmigration Prophecy Made. Why? Because my original build had 2 Geargia Gears. I would draw into my, Mark IIs and my Geargianos too much, so I'd use the Transmigration Prophecy to do it. However, this card's effect, and if we can get a good reading on it, it says, target 2 cards in your graveyard, shuffle those targets into the deck. Yeah. So, basically, the play I'm talking about here is, let's say you have this in graveyard, and then what else? What's a good card to have in the graveyard? I guess if you accidentally drew one of those guys, or any Geargia in general. So it's like if you have those in your graveyard, you set this, and then when you're ready to go, flip the Transmigration, put those 2 back in your deck. I mean, it's pretty standard. It also helps wreck your opponent's plays when you don't have the Geargia Gear, because Dragon Rose is a thing. Hats can really suffer from this card if you know how to hit the exact targets, like Marotech or Milio, Diana, or whatever. This card helps slow them down unless you get wiretapped, which is another card I like to talk about. I can't afford wiretaps right now. If I had a chance, I'd probably replace the let me see. Probably replace Mirror Force with a 1 wiretap. But other than that, I mean, that's the deck. Here's the extra deck. This is, again, makeshift. I don't own any of the good rank 4s, so this is just something I put together, for now. So, first off, you want 2 Beret, 1 Beredo. The ratio is good on this because 1 Birdman, 1 Strategist, 1 Watchdog. That's how it's pretty much done. You don't want to, I mean, at the same time, you can burn out of your extra deck cards pretty easily in this deck, but this is probably the best ratio, in my opinion, for the deck. So, next we have for Synchros, Goyo, Stardust, Scrap Dragon, and Leo. The reason why I do not play any other cards like Black Rose and stuff, I can play Black Rose in this deck. It just doesn't seem like the best option. This card is a placeholder, so to speak. It's not necessarily the best thing to make in this deck, but you can make it. I mean, it's still a good card, too. This is for generic stuff. This is for popping. This is for just in case. Like, this one's very situational because it requires you to have the perfect field like this, one of these, and Birdman or that. That's what you need on the field. And that's very hard, but, I mean, Leo's still a very good card, honestly, so it's not like it's a bad situation, but it's a situation nonetheless for this deck. For the Xyz, we got 1 Mech Equip Engineer. This is the only rank 3 I run. I would run Soul Silver Mountain or Alcalard if I actually have a Soul Silver Mountain somewhere, but I can't find it. Alcalard I cannot afford, so this is just a good card, so why not? 1 Diamond Direwolf and 1 Cowboy. Like I said, I do not own a 101 or a Excidon Knight, so I can't use any of those ones. Next we have 2 Gear Giant X, or Gear Gigant X. I don't know how you call it. I'm going to call it Gear Giant. This is your big searcher. It'll get you whatever combo piece you need, from this to, you know, armors and arsenals and accelerators, or even the Mach 2. So, I mean. And finally, for the last of the cards, we play one Big Eye, because I don't own a Draco Sack, and it's easy to make in this deck with the berets. One Heliopolis. You can make this, sorta. It's there, though. And then one Felgrand, because it's makeable as well. So anyways, guys, that is the deck. Like I said, I mean, it's not the standard build you would play. I mean, people have their own, like, niches and techs and all that stuff, but it's a solid build nonetheless. You can mess around with it, change up some cards. I'm always open to the constructive criticism, so leave some feedback in the comments below. But that's going to end the video today. Thank you guys for watching the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and look out for more content on the channel from me and Gun. Till then, this has been FortuneHeros for TeamMisplayed signing out. Thank you for watching, and we will see you guys, or I will, or we will, whichever one comes first. See you guys next time. Till then, take care.